Okay, so this is a 2010 Chevy Equinox with a 2.4 liter and electric power steering. Customer had no power steering, and on the instrument cluster displayed service steering. I hooked up my scan tool, and I found it really curious that there was no communication with either the steering module or the ABS module. Also, I want to add that there was also ABS and traction control lights on the dash. But in particular, these two codes are interesting. So the U0121 and the U0131. So again, related to loss of communication with the brake control module and power steering module. After a lot of troubleshooting, chasing wires, checking resistance values, checking voltage at different modules, I found in the driver's door jamb, it's a bit hard to record this with all the sunlight. So here's the carpet all peeled up. You can see from the rust, lots of water accumulates and stays under here. Probably from the customer, you know, it's Michigan, so snow, ice, salt, that stuff soaks into the carpet and it just lingers underneath it. But right where, so I cut back this nylon sheathing here, this woven nylon sheathing. And there's a total of 5 blue wires here that connect. I've already resoldered it. I haven't put the heat shrink tubing back on just yet. But right there, that was completely corroded. From the factory, they solder it, and then they cover it with 3M friction tape. But as soon as I touched it, and you could see green corrosion coming out of it, as soon as I touched it, it just fell right apart. So I knew that was my issue. This is a communication wire between the ABS power steering modules and pretty much every other electronic module in the vehicle. So solder that back up. I still have to put, I always use right here. This is marine grade adhesive line heat shrink tubing. Not only does this seal out, makes it completely waterproof, prevents any water from seeping in there, it also provides support to the wire, because at the soldered connection, it creates brittleness, and having adhesive lined heat shrink tubing over the whole thing, it gives that wiring extra support and makes it very strong and pretty much foolproof. I also accidentally snipped this green wire here. It was just tangled in the nylon sheathing in a very strange way, but by accident I cut that, so no big deal. Soldered that. I'm gonna put some heat shrink tubing on it, and let me do that, reconnect the battery, and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, also I want to add, I found 2 other splices that were in equally terrible shape. Kind of hard to record with it. It's so bright and sunny out right now. But in particular, so further on back, these green wires right here, those are in terrible shape. Soldered them, adhesive line heat shrink tubing, fixed that. This one right here, these gray wires, I believe these were related to the body control module communication codes with the LIN network. So corrected that. So there's that one. My main concern here related to power steering. The blue wires here, there's 5 wires that connect together. But with those 3 connections repaired or fixed, permanently mind you, I mean, that cleared the steering issue. I mean, now power steering works great now. Fixed the ABS traction control light. A check engine light there, I still got to deal with that. That's related to the mass airflow sensor, so that's unrelated. I'll show you the codes. Wake this thing up. Let's see, image. Okay, so these were the trouble codes in the body control module that were related to, I believe, the gray wires or possibly the green wires that connected. But U1548 and U154A. So both lost communication with the LIN bus network. But yeah, I hope that has been helpful. took a lot of troubleshooting, a lot of time to figure out. Checking resistance values, checking voltage. But yeah, hopefully that helps someone else out and prevents someone doing something foolish like replacing the electric power steering rack, which is very expensive, for no reason at all. So, okay, all right, thanks for viewing.